Hello everyone, this is Jimmy and welcome to episode 8 of Levitated. Last episode we set up a bunch of water wheels, there's 8 of them here, and they're producing power for us. Today I think we're going to try to use some of that power and do some progression. But before we do that, I kind of want to get into some of the mob summoning stuff. I want to get these flight rings, so maybe not the creative flight, but if we get the levitating shulker ring, this gets us short-term flight, which combined with the elytra, I think we can pull off a close enough approximation of creative flight that I can make do for now. Also, I think if we make the blue slime data model that's recommended here, we can use that for mob simulations to get overworldian matter, this stuff, which for one gives a lot of EXP per, it's 20 EXP per, and it has a convenient side effect of allowing us to craft iron ingots. For now I'm a little short on iron and I don't want to have to go mining. I think I still have like 3 or 4 stacks, but if I don't get more soon, we're gonna have to go mining for it. So I'm trying to avoid that. So to pull that off, we need a summoning altar. Let's see what that looks like. It's camouflaged. We need Manulin, Solarium, and I guess just the Voodoo Poppet. Wow, there's a lot of stuff in here. I should be able to get all this stuff. So Manulin is an alloy of Aurudite and Cobalt. Those will come from the nether. Solarium, I believe, is gold, and can we make it as an alloy? We cannot. You have to make it in the alloy smelter. We have gold and soul sand. It's not bad. And the rest of it, I think, I don't expect to run into any issues, but let's try to craft a summoning altar. So this thing can summon not just, well, it can summon the 14 animals listed here, I guess. Oh, a villager. That one might be interesting later. But for now, if we do blue slime, we can get, obviously, blue slime out of it, with which we can make a data model. Yeah, all right. Step 1 though, craft the altar. Here we go, 1 summoning altar. So to use this, we have to click all these items onto it, and almost all of these recipes, maybe literally all of them, use a bucket of blood as one of the inputs. So we have to get this. 2 ways to get blood. Either we can melt rotten flesh for 40 millibuckets of it each, although rotten flesh requires farming. I guess we can do zombie. Do zombie pigment count as zombies for purposes of data models? I don't think so, right? I should actually test that. Let's test that in a bit. But the other way is to squeeze rotten flesh, which gets us even less. Yeah, that basically gets us leather. It doesn't really give us blood. A third way, though, is... let's make sure this is... Well, your smeltery needs to be not empty. So what's something we can melt here? Can you melt apples? Didn't think so. Melted ingot of aluminum, because it melts very quickly. So while you have any fluid in your smeltery, stand in it, and it will slowly damage you and put blood in the smeltery. I think it's 20 millibuckets of blood per damage event per mob inside the smeltery. So if you can convince Endermen to get in here, you can get even more blood. But for now, this will be how I get my blood. But first, I want to actually test the zombie pigmen thing. Do zombie pigmen count as pigmen, or count as zombies for the purposes of deep mob learning? So I need a zombie data model and my learner, which I think is tucked away in here somewhere. In here somewhere. There we go. Alright. Let's try it out. Hello, zombie pigmen. Please don't be too upset at me. They do. Oh wow. Okay. This is a much easier way to get a zombie or get overworld matter than the blue slime stuff. So with this, I think we'll just not do the blue slime. Instead, I'll just kill a whole bunch of zombie pigmen. Ooh, there's so many of them. Hello. Hello. Don't knock me off the edge, please. Ow. Oh my gosh, there's so many. I'm dead. Leech! Leech! Give me their life! We're fine. This is fine. All according to plan. Easy and plentiful access to zombie pigmen. I just leveled the data model all the way up to self-aware by killing them, so we don't have to go through all the stages. But grab that Certus, and let's get out of here. The zombie data model now will make us both our very precious overworldian matter. Is there anything besides iron ingots? I guess it lets us make arrows. I haven't had arrows for some time. Grass, prismarine, actually. We don't have access to prismarine yet. But perhaps more importantly, the pristine matter turns into a whole stack of rotten flesh each, and this will provide us with plenty of blood for our, let's stop that. 3 stacks is enough. Plenty of rotten flesh for our mob summoning experiments. So melt all that in here. Much easier than standing in the smeltery for a long time, huh? And that's 10 buckets of blood. All right. Since I don't need blue slime right now, let's skip to summoning the chicken. Probably multiple chickens so I can breed them. But summon some chickens so I can get the chicken ring and eggs, which are a missing ingredient in cake. So to summon chickens, we need to do this recipe. But because I want to put them into a farm, let's start by making a lasso. A golden lasso moves friendly mobs, non-hostile mobs, and it has to be made in a crafting table, uses 8 levels of EXP. If I cared, I should have put my EXP in my book first, but whatever. EXP is easy come, easy go. So with that, I think, well, let's build the chicken farm real quick too. Doesn't have to be a very sophisticated one. In fact, this will be quite the simplistic farm. You just literally put chickens in there, they lay their eggs, you get them. Yay. Alright, so to use the Zen Summoning, or it is a Zen Summoning Altar, you place it down, and then you have to place these side items on it first. So it's 2 leather, 2 world seeds, a bucket of blood, and floral white powder. So just, whoopsies, right click them on, and I guess it takes the whole stack at a time. And then you have to click on the center item. That's the feather. Maybe shift click. There we go. Shift click the center item. It does a thing and it'll summon your mob. So here's our chicken. Come with me. And I guess if you put extra items on, they just stay on. Good to know. But chicken, enjoy your new home. For some of these recipes, like this one, chicken has a 9.0 weight, and alright, I guess we're getting chickens either way. But like this one, pig has a 9 weight, but every now and then, 10% of the time, you just fail and get a zombie pigman, I guess. Whatever. Oopsies, didn't mean to put that feather on. And go. Is it a different text? No, the same text each time. Alright. 2 chickens. Enjoy your new homes. We'll breed them once, just to kickstart this process off. But once I get extra chickens, we can turn one of them into a ring. Chickens, make the baby. There we go. I guess the baby chicken can escape. That's alright. I think we can use a baby chicken to craft our ring, right? I don't think it specifies it needs to be an adult chicken, so a chicken wing ring. Yeah, it doesn't look that bad. I think I used my last 2 feathers for that, so I have to craft feathers the old-fashioned way until I have enough of a chicken stock, but this will suffice. The craft did accept the lasso, the baby chicken, so now we have a chicken ring. Now, it's not very useful. All it does is give you a slow fall effect while you are holding the spacebar. It's not even an elytra effect. Wait. No, am I just activating my elytra? I think I am. Hold on. The chicken does something similar. Let me fly back up here. Let's try this again without the elytra. I'm pretty sure it's just a slow fall effect. Let's see. Elytra's on that. Alright. Nope, I guess I'm doing it wrong. I have grid power, right? No, I think I actually haven't made grid power yet in this pack. Yeah, advancements. Okay, so yeah, this tells us a bit about grid power. We need to make a resonator, and then we can make actual grid power generators. So I guess we're allowed to use solar. Oopsies, don't throw that. The nether or the end here counts as daylight the whole time, right? So if I make this, we can generate one grid power during the day with solar panels. They do need to see the sky to work, so I place them here, and they happen to be underneath something, so they're not generating any grid power. I put them over here. This should work. Just make sure these chunks are loaded. Yep. Now you see we are generating 3 grid power, and we're using 1 to power the ring. So there we go. As we hold spacebar, you see it like slowly glides us. That's all it does. It's really bad. So let's see about upgrading it to the next tier. That requires a cursed lasso with a shulker, requires a drop of evil, so we have to go kill some wither skeletons. Last episode, we got this lava stone, which says it spawns wither skeletons. It just generates in the nether. So if I swap out the floor of this spawning room here, I guess that's all the lava stone we have. Swap out as much as we can. This stuff doesn't even hurt you to stand on it. It can also be crafted if it turns out we need more. In theory, this room should have pretty good spawn rates, but I generated a couple chunks nearby that might kill the spawn rates here, but what can you do? So run away a little bit, and mobs have already spawned. Well, I see a mob dot. Oh, must be the one that's up on the roof. Alright, well, let's spawn some mobs. Hopefully we get wither skeleton. I think I saw something in here. No, these spawn rates are awful now. It used to be that if I just flew away, mobs would spawn here, but now our spawn cap is being taken up by all of those things. So I guess, you know what? I'm gonna pick up all of this lava stone, and we'll just make another spawning platform for that further away, where we don't have to compete for a shared mob cap. Here we are, some couple hundred blocks away, and now should just be, if I walk like 30 blocks away, mobs should almost immediately spawn. It won't all be wither skeletons, unfortunately. We'll get a mix of like wither skeletons and other stuff, but some wither skeletons is better than no wither skeletons, right? Come on, where are my mobs? Hello? Here's one. So what do I actually need to make the wither skeleton sim? I need a skull. Alright, so if we can get one skull, we can make the wither skeleton data model, and then once we make that, we can, I guess I should kill it with my looting weapon then. Once we get that, we can get infinite wither drops very easily. Don't wither me, bro. Do we do it? First try? Not first try. Second try. Third try. Oh, we got a drop of evil, but I'm gonna keep going until I get the skull. I got 4 drops of evil before my first wither skeleton skull, but I got a skull, so good enough. Let's upgrade this to a data model. I still have to kill 6 more wither skeletons before we can even run it in the simulation chamber. So I'm gonna go do that real quick, and then we can use our drop of evil to upgrade our ring as well. The ratio of wither skeletons to pigment is awful. Sometimes I just come back here and there's like 20 pigment on the platform. I don't want you pigment, I want wither skeletons, go away. My armor is also almost broken. We're gonna have to make better armor soon. Wither skeleton, please? I just need one more. Alright, there's one up there. Hello. So this will allow us to start running simulations. Did I get a second skull? I got a rotten pork. That's good. We need that. Need that too. But we did not get a skull. Oh well. The Wither Skeleton sim does use a bit more power. 880. Oh, I'm out of polymer clay. We should try to automate that at some point. But at 880 RF a tick, that's a bit more than we can provide for 100% uptime. So it just won't run at 100% uptime. And that'll have to be okay. For now, because this is still a basic data model, we only have a 5% chance of getting a pristine matter, but I believe each pristine matter we get off this gives us a whopping 18 wither skeleton skulls or a stack of coal. But this is enough to summon 6 withers. That's crazy. So yeah, once we do that, we can get our wither skeleton skull and get onto this stuff. But for now, let's get that chicken ring upgraded. So if I take our golden lasso and one of these drops of evil, we can craft them together into a cursed lasso. Now the cursed lasso, I don't think it can pick up friendly mobs anymore. Correct, but it now gains the ability to pick up injured hostile mobs. So I need a shulker. Hello, please don't hit me. We have to injure it below a certain point, but not kill it. Oh, come on, let me down. Can I elytra while doing this? I cannot. Great. Alright. When we're done hovering... Ow. Oh, don't kill him, dude. Good. Now we got him. With this, we should... Oh, don't... I didn't look at you. Why are you so upset at me, Enderman? Drop me up here, please. With that, we can upgrade our ring to a levitating shulker ring. I believe this does give limited creative flight, but it also uses 16 grid power, so we have to make a bit more. How about... Can we just jump straight to the dragon egg mill? Is that too much to ask for? We need a resonator to do that and 2 nether stars. All right, I'll make the resonator first while we wait for our data sim to produce us skulls. The resonator needs a little bit of Constantine, which uses a little bit of nickel dust to make. Nickel, according to the quest book here, comes from the nether, and it generates in, let's see, resources. Pools of pyrotheum surrounded by basalt and nickel ores. So I imagine that's one of the things, if I generated one, I would have seen it already. I took a look around, nothing here looks like it's a pyrotheum surrounded by nickel. So I'm going to have to keep generating chunks. For this, I brought over a charged capacitor bank, and I just want to see how many chunks can I get out of this. You are still generating. I don't even know where you're generating. Probably over here somewhere. Let's, did I run out of rockets? I have last few. Take a quick look-see. Maybe it's just chilling here. Doesn't look good. No nickel here. I'm not sure if I'm just unlucky or what, but I've generated maybe another couple dozen chunks. Not a single one of them has had a pyrotheum pool in it. And I've been watching them as they spawn just to be, make sure I don't miss it. In case it generates fully inside the chunk. But none of these chunks, they don't have pyrotheum pools on the inside. They don't have pyrotheum pools just hanging out the edge. So I, for the life of me, cannot find nickel. Like there's just none of it to be had. I don't know what to do. I guess we'll have to come up with another way to get nickel. I saw that it comes out of the orchid. So maybe we have to make ourselves the nether version of the orchid. I'm just giving, flying by here once real quick. Make sure I didn't miss it. I brought over my energy bank and emptied it a few times by now. But I think there's still a couple 100,000 RF left in it. So we'll go until the energy bank's empty, I guess. I'm doing chunks in like this grid pattern so that I can very easily see what's going on when I fly by. Like I can, look at it and see a maximum number of exposed blocks, because that's how I find stuff that's typically buried inside the netherrack. Before we go on that detour to get nickel, let's go get ourselves the wither skeleton simulations. So, turn our pristine wither skeleton matter into some wither skeleton skulls. That's probably enough, right? We turn the rest into coal to make more steel out of. Grabs this, and then our soul sand. Is there a way to make soul sand? Yeah, we can do that. I'm not nearly geared enough to be able to fight a wither fair and square, so we don't fight fair. I'll summon him under the bedrock in the under the portal, and then he'll be trapped there while we kill him. in case you haven't seen me do this trick before, the way you kill the Wither here is by summoning him directly underneath the bedrock portal so that he gets stuck in the bedrock. I think the obsidian there is needed to keep the blocks from getting blown up, but I'm not 100% sure. So build the Wither, let it spawn, and then it just kind of immediately gets free. Alright, that's not how you do it. That's kind of awkward. I don't know why that Wither got free. It shouldn't have gotten free. I have the thing perfectly centered under the bedrock. Let's just try it again. Look, there's one Wither on the loose. Alright, if there's one, what harm is there in accidentally letting two Withers roam free? It's supposed to get stuck right where it is there in the bedrock. Alright, stay put, Wither. It is most definitely not stuck. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that the portal here isn't, like there's no portal in the portal. I'm gonna try filling this in and letting another Wither loose. I mean, look, we already have two Withers loose. How much worse could it possibly get? Please stay trapped. I don't want to have to actually fight a Wither. We all know I'm not nearly good enough for that. Come on, stay. Stay. Good Wither. Nope, the Wither just leaves anyways and breaks my obsidian. Aha! I figured it out. It's also extremely loud. Let's go 0%. If I summon the Wither dead center, he gets trapped. Or he gets free. But if I summon him slightly off center, he gets trapped. So I guess maybe it's always been that case. Or maybe it's something unique to this pack. I don't know. But I am not even afraid of death. What does this do? Who knows? But yeah, I've previously, where I summoned the Wither by doing this, if I bump that over a block like this, at least that Wither I just summoned did not get free. So stay good, doggy. Anyways, we're gonna craft this with that to get our Wither data model. Drop this into here, and then yep, he's still trapped. Kill the Wither off. So if I kill off 6 Withers this way, we will hopefully never have to fight another Wither. I don't know what I'm gonna do about the 3-4 Withers that are just chilling. I don't know. That's future Jimmy's problem, I guess. I had plenty of Wither skeleton skulls, so I figured let's go past basic tier and go up to advanced tier, where by doing, I think it was like 12 more kills by hand, we double our chance of getting pristine matter. And that's really what we want from this. So you are now advanced. How many is it? Yeah, 30 to get to the next tier. That's probably a bit more than I'm willing to do by hand. But 11% of the time, we get a pristine matter. Each pristine matter is worth 3 nether stars. So think about it this way. Each Wither sim uses 6,666 RF per tick for 300 ticks. So that's just a hair under 2 million RF, right? It's, 1,999,998, I believe. Anyways, it uses 2 million RF, and if we get our thing up to self-aware tier, it produces 3 nether stars. Each nether star can be burned in a nether star generator for 9.6 million RF. So let's round this to 10. We get 30 million RF per successful Wither matter, but we only get it right now 11% of the time. So 11% of about 30 million is about 3 million. That means that even at the current tier, the Wither produces enough nether stars to pay for its own energy cost. As the tier goes up to superior and eventually the self-aware, right? Then at self-aware we get 42% of the time we generate that 30 million RF. That's really when this becomes a pretty darn good energy option. Back at our base now, I was looking at ways we could get nickel, and I think I found something that's a bit easier than setting up the orchid, at least for now. Iron ore, which we can get end iron ore here, has a 10% of giving nickel dust when ground in a sag mill. And while a sag mill can't use a grinding ball yet because it's a basic one, we still get that basic 10% chance. So I'm gonna go mining a little bit, and instead of using my auto smelt pickaxe to get iron, like to directly get iron ingots, I'm gonna use our non-auto smelt pickaxe to hopefully get some ores. And to make the resonator, we need 3 constantin ingots, which I believe is 2 nickel dust. Well, that makes 4 ingots, but you know what I mean. With any luck, then expected value is 20 iron ores. I might go for like 30 or so, and then run them through the sag mill. What tier does iron generate on again? Not that iron. It might also be worth setting up the end orchid at some point, but a bit below 50, 48. What are we at? 40, perfect. Is this fast mine yet? Never lucky. Do you fast mine? Nope. Off 1 pickaxe of durability, I was able to get stack and a quarter ish. Hopefully that'll get us 2 pieces. Odds are definitely in my favor at 10%, but you never know. Things could always be unlucky. So processing ores this way is not very fast, as you can tell, but it's also not the most yield I could get. The end iron ore here gives, what, 2 iron dust? That's 5% at tin and 10% at nickel. I think the best processing I can do for now is... What? Oh, apparently, can we not turn end iron ore into regular iron ore? I thought it was, yeah, we can. We craft it into regular iron ore, and then, oh, I guess we can't process iron ore in the mechanical squeezer. So I guess the best yield we can do is use our Fortune 3 pickaxe, which I believe is 2.2 iron yield average. But anyways, there's 1 nickel, so give me 1 more, and then don't care about the iron. We did it. 2 nickel dust. Well, it's probably faster to alloy in the alloy smelter than it is a smeltery. Nope, you don't take nickel dust in there. Alright, smeltery it is. Do your thing, smeltery. I kind of forgot that there was already some aluminum in the smeltery, so when I added the copper, we made it aluminum brass. And I don't want that, so go away. But what I do want is the constantin. So, perfect. Give me that redstone alloy and 1 resonator. 1 resonator. Come on. 1 resonator coming right up. Almost. Cut the ender pearl. Turn it into these, yeah, just one will do. Make a resonator. Alright. With this, we can now take stone. I have any. Turn that into bricks, into polished stone, and then we can resonate that into the extra utilities special stone. So this uses up to 8 grid power, and then once we hit 3, it'll stop, because that's all the grid power we're generating. So for now, I need to click this thing until we have enough. We need enough of that resonated stone to make the dragon egg mill, so that's 4. Hopefully just 4. The dragon egg mill produces 500 grid power, so we will have no grid power woes for quite a while after that. Here we go. Dragon egg mill, and I need the egg to go with it. Once you set this up, you almost never want to move it, so hide it somewhere that you will always forget where it is. Right here seems reasonable. Alright, so now that should make 500 grid power for us. We see here, yep, this can run just fine. We haven't had a chance to test out our ring yet, have we? Where did I even put it? So is this... Okay, so it's not quite creative flight, but it has like levitatiness. It can give us lift, which, you know what, is not half bad. And combined with our elytra to fall slowly, I mean, it's poor man's creative flight. Good enough. Next up, to make the nether star generator, I need another machine casing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No whammy. Didn't explode. Very good. Then that has to be upgraded into... Uh-oh. I need some alloys. I can't wait until we get full-fledged machines. Like the full-fledged ender isle machines that aren't glacially slow. Making just this like small amount of alloys took forever. So anyways, I need another star and 5 of these to make the nether star generator. So this generator has a couple unique quirks to it. First of all, if it's running and you stand by it, it'll give you a wither effect, I believe. Let me test that out real quick. But secondly, it produces 4,000 RF a tick, which is more than we can transfer with our current wiring. So we're going to have to upgrade our wiring like this. We're going to have to upgrade our wiring from energy, just basic energy conduits, at least to enhanced, but I would like to go even beyond that to all the way to vibrant. Is that what it's called? Do I have more conduit binder somewhere? Oh, plenty. So let's see. We can upgrade it. Go to that tier and then... Alright. That should be enough. 72 of these conduits. Now let's test the setting. Okay. Sometimes energy conduits of different tiers are allowed to connect to each other. In this case, they don't appear to be. So what I'm going to do is just replace the energy conduits down here with the vibrant tier, and then I think I left my capacitor bank in the nether. We'll pick that up, put that... Well, I guess we have to go at least include the generator. We'll move the generator a little bit. Move that here, and then I'll put the capacitor here so that we can connect the basic cables to the ender ones, so that I don't have to replace all of those going all the way up. Let's test out that wither effect now. So, this energy conduit transfers something like 20,000 RF a tick. That's more than enough for now. Remember that this simulation does use 6,666 RF a tick, which is more than the 4,000 that this thing generates by default. So, if I put some speed upgrades in here, we can see that... Alright, it doesn't tell me exactly how much more it generates. But the speed upgrades make it generates the same amount of energy, just at a higher power level, so it burns for less time. So, put that in there. Looks like with 2 speed upgrades, it's generating 12,000 RF a tick. I have a Wither 2 effect on me, but I also appear to not be taking damage. Am I witherproof from something? Why am I witherproof? None of this should give me witherproof. Weird. All right. Well, if I'm witherproof, I'll be happy about it. The nether star generator here only generates power if its internal buffer is not... He's not witherproof. Anyways, yeah, the nether star generator only generates power if its internal buffer is not full, or not empty rather, which I think means that it doesn't waste energy. I don't actually know if it waits until it can generate a full tick of energy to produce power. I guess there's a pretty easy way to test that, right? If I disconnect... Oh, no, I'm not witherproof anymore. I want my witherproofness back. Is there a... Uh-oh. Game crash. And we're back. So as I was saying, is there a witherproofing item in the game, like the Witherless Rose? The Witherless Rose specifically, I think, is from random things or something, which isn't in the pack. But it doesn't look like it. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything that makes us immune to wither. We can obviously cure wither by drinking a potion. But anyways, if we can set you to... Well, first of all, we see here it's not generating power because the output buffer can't hold it all. That's what I want to see. But if we set you to redstone on... No, redstone off. I guess it's not withering us now because it's not actually generating power. It won't wither us unless it generates power. But if we give you something like this... That's, by the way, the very last of my redstone. We can turn you on or off remotely. So that should turn it off. But anyways, what I wanted to test was I picked up this, but I guess I didn't. I guess that's right when I crashed. Are you still powered this way? If I put you here, you will very slowly drain, and oh, you don't. I see. While you are powered, you don't even empty your internal buffer, but you will very slowly drain energy over to here. And I just wanted to make sure that this thing would not generate power until it could fit all 12,000 RF into its internal buffer. It's going to take it a long time for this thing to drain 12,000 RF, huh? Let's have, here, let's replace you with the sag mill and have it do something. The thing I'm slightly concerned about, but that does not appear to be the case, is if it'll, when it needs only 4,000 RF, if it'll generate power. Oh wait, it used up the nether star. Alright, so right now it's, let's see, at this point it's drained more than 12,000 RF. If I put that in there, it ran for one tick, withered me in that one tick, thanks a bunch. But looks like it's not going to run again. And then as we cross the 4,000 mark, it runs. Yeah, so we see there it ran as soon as it was drained, at least by 4,000. That's what I was worried about. I'm going to die, by the way. In that case, I think what we're seeing is that when it, how do I describe this? Because I have it sped up, right? It generates 12,000 RF a tick instead of 4,000. It's the nether star generator is configured to not run unless its internal buffer can hold at least 4,000 RF, which means that when it runs, it wastes 8,000 RF. I could pull the speed upgrades out, but that means that then the nether star generator isn't fast enough to run our mass fabricator, or not our mass fabricator, our simulation chamber at full speed. So I think the ideal solution is either to not use speed upgrades and use multiple nether star generators, or to just measure the fullness of an energy bank, maybe with a power monitor. Can we make these yet? No, this requires an industrial chassis. All right, for now then, we'll settle for just doing this. Pull the upgrade out, plug you in so that you are able to power everything, and then this one we at least, oh, don't wither me, oh, I'm dead. All right, we're just gonna let ourselves wither to death here. But at this point, we're not wasting any energy, which is the important thing. Even if it means that our simulation chamber cannot run at, at 100% uptime, that's a sacrifice we will live with. All right, so let's put you back. Next thing we have to do is automate the production of both this polymer clay as well as taking the nether stars that we make and handling them back into the nether star generator. For now, I have 13 nether stars to kick the process off with, but I don't want to have to come here and periodically move nether stars over. That's kind of a pain, especially because I have to turn off the generator to work on it unless I want to die. So those are the next steps, but we are out of time today, so that's something we can tackle tomorrow. And what else is there? I'm sure there's a lot of stuff now that we have, effectively speaking, infinite power. It's not truly infinite, but we have a lot of power. We can get into a lot of this more technological stuff, and that's exciting. In fact, where's applied logistics? It's got to be around here somewhere, right? We already have access to Certus quartz. I haven't even looked at the recipes for this. So this requires Skystone. Where do I get Skystone from? Ender Air Netherrack. Okay, we can do that. Fluix is, I assume, the regular way. So we have charged Certus, Nether Quartz Redstone. Huh. Can we get into Applied Logistics at least as a digital storage system? Inscriber? It just never occurred to me that Applied Logistics would be available right now. I was just like, yeah, of course Applied Logistics is gated. I'll have to look into that more. who knows? I would love to get rid of all of these. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 double chests that I'm using to store stuff. Oh, and a diamond chest. But yeah, I would love to get better organized. So that's another thing we can at least consider for next episode. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this one, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.